Welcome back once again. Today we are going to discuss about the channel length modulation. Basically, this is a topic which is in continuation with the level 1 modeling of the MOSFET. In the previous lecture, we have seen or derived the equations for the linear and the saturation current equation. And this is a portion which need to be in a consideration while we are discussing about the saturation region of the MOSFET. Because this channel length modulation, this concept comes with the saturation region of the MOSFET. So firstly, we will see that what was the saturation region equation we have derived for this. So now see, in the previous lecture, we have derived this equation for the NMOS in the saturation region, where we have seen that the drain current, it becomes constant with respect to the increasing VDS or the drain to source voltage, because the equation comes out which is having no influence with the drain to source voltage. So up till here we have discussed in the previous lecture. Now we also know that if looking for to this diagram, this is a pinch off point. This occurs when we apply some positive voltage at the drain potential and slowly we increase it. So because of the reverse biasing of this drain and the substrate, this uh, depletion region underneath this, it expands, and because of that influence, less number of carriers present here, and it's a pinch of occur over here, which is a point contact of a channel with the drain region. But this is not that saturation looks like this only. What happens further? When we still increase this drain voltage, then this pinch of point starts shifting, and the channel length modulation comes into picture at that moment. See here, what we have done, this VGS is still enough to induce a channel, or we can say we have kept the VGS constant, and it is more than the threshold voltage also, so that the channel can be uh, produced or generated. And now slowly we are increasing this drain to source voltage. So what will happen? The horizontal electric field will become dominant. It will increase, and with the if increase in the horizontal electric field, as well as with the increase in the reverse biasing of the drain and the substrate which is over here, which is forming a PN junction, the depletion region width will be increased, and hence your pinch of point starts shifting. Now see, earlier the channel was complete from source to drain. Now the length of the channel is being modulated, and it is something which is less than the earlier length, because now channel is pointing up till this only. So now this is a concept of channel length modulation. It means we cannot say that in the saturation region, drain to source voltage has no effect on the drain current. It has a effect, and that effect we need to understand by the concept of the channel length modulation. Now we know that the resistance of the channel is proportional to its width to length ratio, which we call a aspect ratio, W by L ratio. So the resistance of the channel, it is proportional to the W by L ratio. So what will happen if we are going to reduce this channel length because of the increasing of the drain to source voltage, then with the reduction in the channel length, it will say that the resistance of the channel will also reduce. And once the resistance of the channel will reduce, it means the higher current will flow. Understand? It means we can say that R is proportional to W by L, and if we have a reduced L because of this saturation region, or because of the increase in the drain to source voltage, if L is going to be if we have this decreased width to length ratio, then the resistance will also decrease, and hence it will have a higher current. So this is what the statement of the channel length modulation comes from here, that the saturation region drain current will increase slightly as the drain to source voltage increases. It will not increase drastically, but there will be a slight increase, and that increase will be due to the dominance of the lateral electric field. And this channel length modulation effect, this is more prominent in a short channel devices, means which we say when we are scaling the device, we are shrinking the dimensions of the device, so the width and length, all dimensions are shrinking. Length shrinkage means the gap between the source and drain will be less, And for those type of devices which have a short channel length, the channel length modulation is more prominent to them. Now see, what will be the effect come on the curve, the VDS IDS curve? When we were not considering the channel length modulation, in the previous lecture we have seen that we considered this as a flat, but now it has a very gradual increase in the drain current. So in the saturation region also, the flat curve does not exist. It can only be have a existence if we are considering the ideal MOSFET into a picture. But if we are working with the practical or the actual MOSFET, then there will be a very gradual increase. See, you can see in all the curves, and as the gate to source voltage is increasing, so as our current levels are also increasing. Now, this is what I was talking just a few minutes back, that if we have a short channel devices, like where the source and drain are placed very near to each other, the effect of channel length modulation is more prominent. It has a more steeper slope. But if we have a long channel devices, means where source and drain are located apart from each other, then this channel length modulation effect is very negligible. So earlier, when we have not started with the scaling few decades back, then we can say that we were not considering this channel length effect as a big issue, or we were not say considering this effect into a picture. But as the device scaling came into picture, and we have moved from the micro scale to a nano scale, then obviously this effect need to be having a big consideration. So now further we will be discussing about that how the change in the equation of a saturation current will take place if we are considering this channel length modulation. So we will derive a small equation for the saturation current with a new parameter added to it, which will show the effect of the channel length modulation. So we have seen that the drain conductance GD in the saturation region equals to 0. This is what we have seen in the level 1 model of the MOSFET during the saturation current extraction. But in reality, if we talk of an actual picture, in reality, this GD in the saturation region is not equal to 0. It's a very big issue to think of. It is not equal to 0. And if it is not equal to 0, what it states then again? That again your MOSFET in the saturation region is not having a flat curve, which we have just proved with the drain current, saturation current equation. So it means that equation still need to be reconsidered. There should be something which still need to be considered, and that will be a modification to that equation. Now if I say that the drain current, the drain conductance in the saturation is not equal to 0, it means why so? Because the W by L, which is the aspect ratio, of the MOSFET or the channel of the MOSFET, it changes as the length of the channel changes with the increasing VDS. It changes as length of channel changes with increasing VDS. Now this is a very important thing to be understood, that why this happens, why the length of the channel is changing with the increasing VDS. What is the mechanism behind it? So firstly we will discuss that, and then we will be coming to that conclusion that what will be the external added term to the saturation current equation. So now looking towards the structure of the MOSFET. So this is a P-type substrate. Here we have a source and drain regions. This is suppose ground, it's the source contact. Here is the drain and we have connected some VDS over here. In between we have the gate down here. Some VGS is applied over here, which is obviously greater than or equal to threshold voltage. Okay, now see what is happening. And this distance between the source and drain is defined as a L, channel length. Okay. Now, as we are going to increase this drain to source voltage, earlier the channel is like this. See, when we understand this concept first, when we say that both side is ground, if the both side is ground, it means we have a rectangular channel, a rectangle shaped channel. Why? Because source and drain both are on the same potential, and whatever be the carriers collecting over here, they are all because of the gate voltage applied. So there is a no potential difference. But as we give some positive voltage over here, say some positive voltage. Now see what is happening. Now if I am giving some positive voltage, it means this is a N plus region. This is having a majority of electrons, and to this N plus region I have applied a positive voltage. It means I am reverse biasing this region, and this is still ground. This is ground, and we also take this bulk region as ground. This bulk is also ground. Okay. So when I talk of source and the substrate, both are at the same potential. Substrate is also ground, source is also ground. So this junction which is forming over here, N plus P junction, because it's a P type of a substrate, this is an unbiased junction. Okay. But now when I am talking of this substrate which is ground and this drain N plus region which is having a positive potential. So this is reverse bias. Now if this is reverse bias, what will happen over here? The depletion region will be thinner at this side and it will be thicker at this side. So if across this channel region where the channel need to be formed, if one side the depletion region is thinner and the other side if the depletion region is thicker, then what will happen? More number of electrons will pull from the towards the source side and less number of electron will pull near to the drain side. So now the shape of the channel will be changed, and this shape will be a type of a trapezoidal shape. This will have a more thickness over here and less thickness here. So this is actual shape of a channel. It is never being rectangle. Rectangle means we are not giving any drain voltage. And if we are having a conducting device, it has some drain voltage. And if it is having a drain voltage, then obviously the channel will never be a perfect rectangular. It will change its shape towards a bit trapezoidal, where towards the drain side, because this N plus P junction is reverse bias, it will have a lesser thickness, and here towards the source side where N plus P junction is unbiased, it will have a thicker region. Now what happened? If I am going to increase this VDS, suppose I am going to increase it. Increasing this will what do? It again have a thin depletion region, and here reverse bias is increased, more thicker depletion region. So what will be here? The shape will be like this now. More thinner channel towards the drain side. If again I will increase it more, see now I am increasing it more, a more positive voltage is given at the drain side, depletion region will be more thicker, and suppose it is now having only point contact, only a point contact with the drain. This time, this position at this particular drain to source voltage, when channel is having a point contact towards the
from the drain side, this is known as a pinch off point or the pinch off occurrence. Now what will happen? If I further increase this drain to source voltage, a more positive charge if I apply over here, then a more thicker depletion region towards this side, what this will do? This will shift this channel. No contact will be there from the drain side. Contact will remove. So what is happening basically? After the pinch off occur, the L, which we have denoted as the channel length, this is changed. Now the new channel length is this. Suppose this is L dash. This is changed now. Now again, if I am going to increase this voltage, if this will be increased more, this channel will be more shrink. It will shrink towards the source side. So it means by the application of a drain to source voltage, there is a change in the length of a channel. And that's why I have given that statement that W by L, which is the aspect ratio, it changes. It changes when the length changes. And length कैसे change हो रही है? Length is changing because of the voltage applied at drain terminal. As higher be the drain voltage, lesser be the channel length. Lower be the drain voltage, you may have a complete channel length. Or in another way, we can say that this is a pinch off point. When channel is touching this contact, this is a point from where the saturation starts. Before that, when the complete channel is present, the device is in a linear region. So in a linear region, this is not a problem. The channel length is complete, L, which is defined over here. But as the device moves into linear saturation region, the channel length changes with respect to VDS. So suppose if I will say that there is a delta L change in the channel length. So this L dash is given as, this is the new channel length or the effective channel length. This is given as L minus delta L. L is the drawn channel length. इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? This is drawn gate length. Drawn gate length means, this is known as the drawn gate length. Means during the lithographic process, when the device is being fabricated, so during the lithographic process, this L is defined. This is basically a distance between source and drain, and that is a complete region where the channel used to be formed. So that's why this L is known as a drawn gate length, and this L dash, this is known as a effective gate length. This is a effective gate length. Right? So this is a more accurate L dash in a saturation region. In linear region, obviously we have channel length equal to drawn gate length, but in a saturation region we have this channel length equals to effective gate length. So this changes the equation of the saturation current, and this modulation or this change in the gate length because of the applying gate to source voltage, this is known as a channel length modulation. Channel length modulation, in short form we call it a CLM effect. So this channel length modulation basically states that as the VDS increases beyond the VDS saturation, the length of the channel decreases. I'll just rub this diagram and rewrite the statement of the channel length modulation. The CLM, this states that as the VDS increases beyond VDS saturation, this is a that voltage where the pinch off occurs, VDS saturation. The channel length decreases. So this is what known as a channel length modulation. This is also known as a gradual channel approximation because gradually it is happening. Channel length does not change very abruptly. Slowly when we are increasing the VDS voltage, and so the gradually channel length decreases. So now our drain current equation in the saturation region can be rewritten as, now rather than L, I will be taking here parameter L dash, which is the effective channel length. Okay. And we know that this L dash is L minus delta L. Okay. So I will be placing here VGS minus VT whole square. Taking L common from here, we will have this type of equation we will have. Now here we introduce a one empirical parameter to define this delta L by L. So now this delta L by L is defined approximately equal to lambda VDS, where this lambda is an empirical parameter. Why empirical? Because it does not have any derivation or any proper extraction method. This lambda is over here added by a means of a number of experiments or the observations done in the various environments of the MOSFET operation. And then it came into picture that this delta L by L can be defined as lambda VDS, and the value of this lambda VDS is very less because lambda is having a value near to 0.05 to between some 0.0. It is having a very less value. So the effect of this parameter lambda VDS on the current, it's a very gradual effect. It is not like that current will shoot up in the saturation region. No, it will increase, but a very gradual increase will be there. So now moving further. So placing this delta L by L equals to lambda VDS. So then this 1 minus delta L by L can be written as this. This is in a form of this. Suppose if I treat this delta L by L as x, so it is in a form of 1 upon 1 minus x. And when this series will be expanded, I will be taking only the first term or the lower order term, and rest higher order terms I'll delete or neglect. Why? Because of the lambda VDS having much lesser value than 1. So if I'll take a higher order term, then also their significance will not be much into the characteristic. So I will be only considering the first order term, and rest all will be eliminated. So this will be written as mu n C oxide W by L, and this is 1 upon 1 minus lambda VDS. At the place of this 1 minus lambda delta L by L, I am placing this. Now this is 1 upon 1 minus x. That type of term is coming. So this series can be having an expansion. So after expanding the series and considering only the first order term, I will be having okay. So this is a more accurate saturation current equation. This is again a level 1 model, and a 1 empirical parameter is added into it only. Now see, this is what saturation current, which we have find out earlier without considering the channel length modulation effect, and this is a one term added to it. And because it has a very less value, I just shown you that lambda is somewhere between 0.005 to 0.002, or even it is lesser than 0.002. So the change in the characteristic will be shown like this. If I again redraw the drain characteristic of the MOSFET, it will be drawn like this. Earlier it was this, when I am considering no channel length modulation, or I'll say considering lambda 0. If lambda will be 0, it means channel length modulation effect is neglected, and when there is some finite lambda, this is for lambda not equal to 0, and this is the VDS saturation. And this is the ideal saturation. So a very gradual increase will be there in the saturation characteristic. So that's why also the name is given to it, a gradual channel approximation. So this is now a complete modeling of the MOSFET which we have completed, and this shows the linear current equation, or we can say the linear region characteristic. We have also discussed about the saturation region characteristic with the effect, without the effect of channel length modulation, and with the effect of channel length modulation. So this completes the entire characteristic or the operation of the MOSFET device.